So this was actually supposed to come out Thursday morning, the day after the Clerks 3 premiere, but I procrastinated and I'm glad I did, because two things happened. One, Nendaview Movies released his own yearly playlist. Those are great, you should check them out. But two, I found out that someone lived my nightmare from the Clerks 3 premiere, because there was trouble at the will call. They didn't have my name or my ticket, and I wasn't the only one. They got turned away. So, in that spirit, if they would like to, if anyone would like to, you can make your own My Journey to Clerks 3 video. There's a Discord server link that I'm creating for anyone to put that there, and then I'll add it to this playlist. But I just want to throw that out there. One, it might be fun, but two, if nothing happens on that front with that person who got turned away, I mean, I heard they got escorted by security. If nothing happens, at least there's this playlist. Maybe they can make their own video and boost that message if they want to. That'll be their choice. But if you want to, those links are down below. Just drop it in that Discord server and I'll add it to the playlist, and hope you enjoy the video. I was supposed to do this on the top of Running Canyon, and I got there. But maybe I'll tell you why that didn't work out. The year is 2006. I'm 16 years old, working my second ever job at a Crown Theaters. This is the gigantic poster I saw hanging from the gigantic walls every single day since I started working there. I was 16 and that was the poster I'll always remember. I wonder why I checked out Clerks 2. It wasn't the only Clerks 2 poster, by the way. Fast forward, and the movie was amazing. It was hilarious, and most importantly, it had so much damn heart. That was the first Kevin Smith movie I ever saw, and I'm not exaggerating at all when I tell you that it changed my life. And after devouring everything else of Kevin's, I was ready for Clerks 3. Fast forward 6 years to 2012. I'm a new father living in LA for work, and I find out Hollywood Babylon, one of Kevin Smith's podcasts, records at the John Lovitz Comedy Club at Universal City Walk. Not only that, but right next door to the club, Kevin Smith is recording a new show of his for Hulu called Spoilers. I attend multiple podcast shows. I even get on multiple episodes of Spoilers. But about the podcast, Hollywood Babylon. One of the jobs I was working was as a cashier at an adult video store. So, one show, I brought Kev and Ralph porn. The Dark Knight Rises for Kev, obviously, and the Octomom porn for Ralph, obsessed as he is with reality television stars. I don't know which episode anymore, but if anyone knows, I'm at Movies Are Dope anywhere, everywhere, and anywhere. And it was an episode in 2012 before November. If anyone knows, I'd really appreciate you telling me so I could go back, rewind the clock, and experience again. But anyway, now about Spoilers. The first episode I attend is The Amazing Spider-Man. I cried 4 times, but that's not what's most important about the story. Before we get going, Kevin opens guests up to a little Q&A. You know, in case anyone wants to know what recording the show entails, what goes first, second, you know, how things are going to work, that kind of thing. I get the first question, I think, and I ask the most important question I can fathom. Will Rosario Dawson be in Clerks 3? I can promise you that's not the type of question he was imagining. So he improves, says Rosario Dawson is going to Skype in her performance, and that's that. A couple other cool things happened during my time on Spoilers. My second episode, Jason Mewes recognized me, and I got to strut over and shoot the shit for 30 minutes with him. I felt so cool making my way back to my fellow Kev heads. Like, it felt like being a freaking rock star. So thank you, Jason. I really appreciate just being willing to chat. Anyway, the other thing was, for boring reasons, I ended up in a big room alone with Stan Lee. And man, did I make the wrong call. I assumed he'd hate being approached by some random loser, and I'll be honest, I was fucking nervous, obviously. Learned later that couldn't be farther from the truth, and I missed my one chance to thank that legend for all he gave the world. Fast forward again, it's 2019, and I find out too late that there's a Clerks 3 script reading in Runbank, New Jersey. It's the year after Kevin's heart attack. It's literally been 13 years I've been waiting for Clerks 3. I am well aware it may never happen, and that if it did, this isn't the script they'd use anyway. So I have to find a way. I look everywhere, scour the internet, search, beg. I dug a literal hole in my backyard. Okay, that didn't happen. But I finally found someone's ticket being resold, and I made the impossible happen. I'd missed the boat, but somehow found a way to still attend. I'm determined. So I road trip from Chicago to Red Bank, get in late at night the day before, shower at Planet Fitness, and sleep in the parking lot. The next day,
here's what I found.
glory. What a great experience watching the script reading. But Kev was 100% right. This was the wrong script for Clerks 3. Fast forward again, and I'm attending the Jay and Silent Bob Reboot Roadshow stop in Chicago. Some of you might have heard Kev gushing about the Chicago audience being the best viewing experience. I was there. Hashtag humble brag. Hashtag I am cringe. I understand. And we have a Q&A. And by some miracle, by some freaking miracle, I am the last question. And Kev, I love him so much for this. Kev put the pressure on, but I'm feeling juiced, baby. So I mentioned having road trip to the Clerks 3 script reading, which blows his mind. It's either performance or genuine, but I'm loving it regardless because he's amazing. And then I get to the meat. I tell him how literally that freaking day, and that's the day I found out about it, by the way, Chicago decriminalized mushrooms. I took mushrooms beforehand and watched Jay and Silent Bob Reboot on mushrooms, and I asked that mushrooms be the next drug Kevin try. Weed was his first, Seth Rogen, we all know that story, but like, mushrooms, man. Obviously, I'm lying for the story. If anyone asks, I don't do drugs, and not just because I like my custody agreement. Did I mention that I was recording my phone since I got in the Q&A line? It's important for the next part. So, after all that, he asks me my name. I say, Brian. No longer! You are my son. It's a great line. And not just because it would feel really great for me to actually have a dad who loves me. I would legitimately let Kevin Smith adopt me and sign papers saying I don't deserve 1 red cent from his dang inheritance, obviously. I would change my fucking last name. I don't even care. Brian Alex Smith, what's up? But I'm getting distracted. Kevin is not leaving yet. He's not done. But for some reason, he is compelled to get off the stage and fucking give me the best hug of my damn life, excluding any and all hugs my daughter has given me. And I was recording the whole, I'm not even exaggerating. Right before I got to the mic, my phone stopped recording. The record is lost. It's a memory only to be shared between myself, Kev, and every person there. Side note, there were cameras Kevin brought. I'm just going to put this out there. Kevin, if there's any chance you or your team have footage from that night, please call me, DM, whatever. I do unspeakable things for that footage. But, and just like the Clerks 3 script tickets, I make the impossible happen again because I scour the internet. Reddit, Facebook, Reddit, I don't know. But some beautiful soul took this fucking picture, and I sincerely, unironically, love them. I wish I still knew their name, but it has been my phone's lock screen ever since. And I just want to dedicate this very specific message to whoever that was. You taking that picture meant the world to me, especially since my phone failed me. I love you. If you ever get in contact with me, I'd love to get you like a Grubhub lunch or something. But we're finally to today, present day, 2022. The Clerks 3 Roadshow gets announced. You know me by now. Daddy's gotta have his Clerks 3. So I joined the Kevin Smith Club so I can get advanced access to tickets. There's no Chicago showing, which is weird, but the Red Bank, would be perfect. I saw the original Clerks 3 script there. That'd be, the last 2 tickets I was looking at for me and my buddy Richard disappear right before my eyes. No worries, we'll adjust. DC, it will be. And my podcast co-host, Brad, he's flying from Florida to join us. So it's actually working out even better. Then Chicago tickets open up. It's fine. I'm happy I'm seeing it a lot earlier with 2 gay friends. I bought myself a Chicago ticket. And that brings us to today. A week or 2 ago, Kevin Smith Club members got invited to a giveaway to the Clerks 3 premiere. No shot. I mean, I want to temper your expectations. There's no shot. But I gotta take a shot. So I enter. They asked if I had to have a +1. No one else is as insane as me, so no one will say yes this last second. And I'm, knowing that, I'm definitely not going to put a +1, because if they end up having only 1 ticket left and they get to my name next, they're going to be like, no, they got 2 people. We can't fit them. Let's go to the next person. So strategy. Fast forward to 5 days ago. It's a little over a week before my daughter goes back to school, and I'm going to the fucking premiere? So yeah, I drove out from Chicago Sunday morning, got in Monday night. I signed an NDA, so I cannot review the movie. That's not what's going to happen in this video. I will review it later, but you know, when I'm allowed to. But I'll tell you what I told my therapist. This can be the biggest piece of shit movie, but I'm going to my first and probably only Hollywood premiere, and it's not for Bayformers 37. It's for a movie I have been praying for the last 16 years. So, being that I am in California, I'm going to spark up this CBD, Jay and Silent Bob joint, and hope my outfit doesn't get me turned away, because I was already halfway through a 2,000-mile road trip when I found out that the dress code was business, but I accidentally dressed myself as myself through like a Kevin Smith filter. I got the loud blazer, t-shirt, and business appropriate shorts. Also, the beard I've got, this is only because I'm doing like a 10 to 14 hour Grace and Frankie video, and I pledged that I would not shave my head or my face until that was done. So even my facial hair that looks Kevin Smith-esque was, I mean, I don't believe in destiny, but if I ever do something worth, you know, getting a biopic over, I hope my writer does, because this is just, it feels like destiny. Anyway, the blazer is green because green is my favorite color. The t-shirt is orange because it's the only color Matthew Vaughn, another favorite director of mine, can see. He's colorblind otherwise. And the shorts are, well, frankly, I was getting tired of pants, and yeah, I copied that from Kevin. I just hope we get some straight up Jay and Silent Bob fans, so I'm not the only one. Like, if they're dressed as Jay and Silent Bob, I'll be good. Anyway, wish me luck, and time for any footage I can record while I'm there. Alright, so there's a lot of stuff that I shot and a lot of stuff that I didn't, so I'm gonna do voiceover here to walk you through it. So, obviously, one of the first things I gotta do at the Chinese theater is go check out Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith's fucking footprints and do this. Yes, I'm including it. What do you expect from me? Then here's me there. I got in, I got through, and you can see some of the people that were there at the premiere. It was so cool, but let me tell you about who I met. So before I went in, I was able to go up to Trevor Fehrman. I was a ball of nerves. I was so excited. I could only tell him how amazing he was. He was so kind. He was like, "Have I met you before?" I was like, "No," but he's such a cool dude. Then I go into the movie theater and I take some video, some selfies of the place, flash, photography when only like 5 people are in there. And I see in the audience, oh my gosh, it is Clark Duke. Dude, I saw him in fucking Sex Drive. Highly recommended. I had to go up to him. Instead of hyping myself up, I actually just relaxed. I was, don't freak out. Don't hype yourself up. He was very nice. He was there as a guest, so I hope I didn't intrude, him just wanting to watch the movie. But I kept it really brief. And now the movie's about to start. Someone comes up, introduces Kevin, and Kevin talks. It's all like 18 minutes, I think. I'm going to upload that as a separate video if you want to see what he said before the movie started. But then we watch the dang film.
Snoochie boochies.
After the movie, again, I was very nervous, so I got to tell Marilyn Ghigliotti, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, how great she was. I got to go to Brian O'Halloran and talk about his performances at the script reading and here. And before we get to the thing that I did get to record, I got to talk to Jeff Anderson. And because I can't talk about this movie, I need to phrase this in a way that is not actually talking about the finished movie. So I'm going to say 2 separate things, and you can come to your own conclusions. After the Clerks 3 script reading, where I saw the whole script performed and then was told by Kevin what the plot or the summary would be for the new movie, I thought, you know what? That's the right call. And separate of that, what I got to tell Jeff Anderson was, thank you for not doing the old Clerks 3 script when you were originally supposed to make that version of the film. And he said, this is better, right? And I'm not talking about the movie. I'm not giving you any details. I'm not even giving you my opinion on this movie. But now, finally, the last thing, I got to talk to Rosario Dawson. I didn't get a picture with her. I got a video from my daughter, and it's 30 seconds. She was so kind. And right before it plays, I just want to tell you, I was borrowing my daughter's mask so that I wouldn't bring my big ass intense pink mask that no one can hear you in. And the very first thing, when she saw me, before I could even talk to her, she saw the mask and she was like, "That's a nice mask." So with that context, Let it roll.
Yeah, for sure. What's her name?
Marilyn.
Madeline. Hey, what's up? Yes, we are. Look at that. We okay? Looking good. Dad's showing up, showing out, representing.
It's Ahsoka. She's also seen Clerks too. I know I'm a horrible dad. But this is
Depends on the
actually,
age, yeah, I guess.
I borrowed her mask.
Oh, it's
First
a
thing
red
she
mask.
ever
That's
said
the
to
first
me.
thing. I love this mask.
Thank you so much.
All right on. Nice to meet you, Maddie. Bye.
This was thank you every single person along the way who had an impact. Kevin, the person who took the picture, the person who was reselling their tickets to the script reading, the person who invited me, the person who helped, who was so kind every step of the way in just bringing me to the premiere. I mean, I'll just be perfectly blunt. I haven't achieved anything that I can contribute to the world, like a permanent thing, like a movie. But I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I've been blessed. I mean, Philip DeVrigo at my first VidCon searched out my daughter so that he could give her a bag of Despicable Me 3 toys. Kevin Smith said he would adopt me, which I know it's performing me, but he got off stage to give me a hug. And now after 16 fucking years, I'm not saying any of what my feelings about this movie, even compared to the work that's actually been put in by the people on the set, it is not. But 16 years and I got to come back and be at the fucking premiere. And my friends who are going to Washington, D.C. to see it with me are nothing but happy. Which I wouldn't blame them if they were like, I thought we were all going to see it together. But it's just, I'm just so happy I have some stories. I do want to contribute something though. What was the line from Hustle and Flow? Everybody should be allowed to contribute a verse. I would like to contribute a movie. Anyway, I got a YouTube shit, podcasts. But yeah, I'm gonna turn the fucking AC on so my skin doesn't look as red as my eyes at least. Whew. Also, I got to talk on the spoilers episode of The Dark Knight Rises, but I hate almost everything I said. Honestly, I describe what I said the same way I've heard Kev talk about his first Clerks 3 script. I was trying to add something valuable to the conversation, but everything I said, I guess I thought I was mature enough to add something thoughtful, but I wasn't. So please just don't look. Please just don't look for that. Oh, Runyon Canyon. Yeah, I just finished that. I took, over 2 hours to do 2.5 miles. You know, the path that I think Kevin takes that I've seen and that most people take on Runyon Canyon, there's a much more difficult path. And I accidentally did that one. So, I had to keep stopping at a certain point every, 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes even. And I was, whoa. These two ladies, they were very nice. I had to have my t-shirt on my head, shirtless. I'm 250. It was not, I'm like every other guy was the sexiest guy I've ever seen. No shade to people my size, but I wasn't doing them any favors. But I asked them, I was like, hey, can I ask a stupid question? And I felt like I was bothering them. And I was like, is this just a big ass circle or something? I didn't use that language, but is this just a big circle? Because I was at the top of the much harder path that I did. And I was about to turn back and go down the hard way again, and one of the women was like, actually, right up here, it's just all downhill. It's so easy. And I got to see them on the way out. I was so happy because I got to say thank you, because their answer really did change my whole experience. I was skipping down at one point. I mean, I was still getting exhausted on my way down, but I ran for a straight minute just because it's downwards. But yeah, that was Running Canyon. Also, Handel's ice cream. I learned about it because of Matt Pat from Game Theory, Food Theory, Film Theory years ago. And yeah, it's freaking amazing. I needed to check it out on my road back from Cali to Chicago. Never doing that shit again.